evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to Game Night on Thursday, the 22nd of January. It is just approaching 10 past 8, and it is time for Danger Zone. I hope you are all doing well, and I've had a thoroughly enjoyable week. It's lovely to see you all here. Let me say hello to you all while I'm saying things of that nature. Good evening to JR and the B channel. Still got improved. Hello to SJ and Solar Espion. Good evening, Matt the Sprat and We Like Shapes. Ardenfets and Jerry, Arun and Lupine, Toot and Necograms. Hello to BC and ABME, TVP and Woollyback, Stimpson's Angle, Effrontery, Jack Wilfred, First Time Chatter, Twitchy Catpants, Lawyer and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for our midweek edition of Game Night. 2 games for you this evening, starting with this one. It's a game we haven't seen in an age. Yes, Danger Zone. I think the last time we played this game was October last year. Prey, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you keep it well. Yeah, it's good to see it out. The first original PC game. As in PC being preserved in his chair, of course. How you're doing? Hope you've been, like I say, hope you've been having a banging week. Looking forward to the weekend, which is just on the horizon. And 2 games to get us on our way towards the weekend tonight. Well, I say 2 games. There's a bonus game later on, but I'll say more about that in a bit. We're starting off with Danger Zone, and it's a first-time writer in the shape of Solar Espion. We're very grateful to them for their efforts in writing this pack. It's been proofed by Cola, who says lovely things about it. I haven't looked at any of the questions myself, so I'm going to be sight-reading this along with you. But I'm sure we're in for a treat, so thank you to both SB and to Cola for their efforts. Coming up a bit later on, probably in about 50 minutes time or so, we will be playing Risky Business, or should I say Rifsky Business. So delayed Tywin.wave. Yes, Rifsky Business, as in Risky Business, as written by our great friend Riff Raccoon. And make a portmanteau of the two. Is that a portmanteau? I think it probably is a portmanteau. So we look forward to that a bit later on. So a bit of serious action in Danger Zone, and then a bit of light relief in Risky Business later on. And then coming up after that, because of course we have no mid-time game tonight, and we'd have no warm-up game, we're getting straight into things. I think I've still got a link to Ash's Discord here. I have. Come and join Ash's Discord. Join my Discord as well, by all means, if you're not there already. But over in Ash's Discord later on, we're going to be having a bonus game. So do come along and join us for that. That'll be around 10 o'clock or whenever stream is finished. So do pop your way over there if you fancy some bonus quiz, some game night after hours, if you will. Topper and Riff, welcome both of you to the stream. Riff, our question writer for our second game, a bit later on. But this first game is written by SB. Let me give you a quick overview of the rules. Oh, hello, Bash. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, no idea. Some dude. I don't know, some guy. I know that's I don't know, some guy. We have got a member of the community called I don't know, some guy, I think. Is that somebody's email address? I'm accidentally doxing someone on the internet. I might be doxing someone. I'm not going to say who or give you the full email address. But anyway, yeah, it's... yeah, lots to look forward to. But yes, Ash is some guy. Let's get on with the quiz just a minute. Let me give you a quick overview of the rules in case you haven't actually played before. We have 5 rounds of 5 questions, and the objective is to stay out of the danger zone. The players who are in the danger zone at the end of the round will be eliminated from the game. Simple as that. You get out of the danger zone by getting points. The more points, or the faster you answer the question correctly, the more points you get. In every round, you are going to have 2 helps, one of which is a, welcome to the game, Silver Electron, one of which is a nerf, which will give you a flat standard rate of points. The other help is a multiplier, which will double the points that you would have ordinarily got for that question. You can only use 1 help per round, though, and they don't stack, so use them or lose them in each individual round. Otherwise you lose them. You lose them for it, and then they get. If you make it through the next round, you get your lives, your helps replenished. If you don't make it through, you don't get any. But there is a boneyard game, so after you're eliminated, you can carry on with the quiz, and there is a boneyard medal available as well. I've done a terrible job explaining the rules. Basically, answer the questions, get them right, and get them right quickly. Stay out of the danger zone. Is about the long and short of it. Here's a message from our sponsor, Cola-Cola.
OAP.
OAP, 65 months. Good golly, Cola. I don't know, that's what, 6.5? No, I can't even. It's like 6.5 years? 6.5 years next month, then, I think. Blimey, thank you very much. That's tremendous support. Very, very grateful to you. And here's another one coming in. It's a message from our sponsor, Ashtabash.
It has felt like it's taken 77 months to do the packing for my move, and I've still got more to do.
Mate, I do not envy you. Thank you for the 77-month subscription. That's bonkers. But yeah, packing is the worst thing in the world. Moving house is horrible, but I'm glad you've got everything sorted, mate. Best of luck with the logistics of it all, and we hope to see you back on the internet very, very soon. It's good to have you along tonight, mate. I hope everything has been ticking along. I'm going to stop wittering on. And Samson, welcome to the stream as well, my dude. I think we should get on with the game. So you can join before the end of round 1, and you can still get in. There will be an anytime entry. Otherwise, you'll go straight into the boneyard. Let's lock it up. This is DangerZone, as written by Solar Espion. Let's lock the lobby and begin the quiz. We're starting with a danger zone of 4 people. Don't worry, players in red. You're not qualified. That doesn't qualify you as being in the danger zone yet. This happens to be where you are alphabetically. Here's a message from our sponsor, the Lupine One.
Hope I am not too late.
Just in the nick of time, Ralph, if you come and join now. Thank you for the 66-month subscription. 5.5 years, good golly. I don't know, that's twice I've said golly tonight now. I need to not say that anymore. Let's take a look at our first category. General knowledge. That is not an error, it really is general knowledge. 5 questions this round. Multiplying will double the points for the question. Nerfing will get you a flat rate of 11 points, which is half the number of players in live play rounded down. Okay, it should technically be 12 now because there's now 24 players in. Conrad, welcome to the stream. So yeah, you can use either help once, but not both. Careful if you're playing this for the first time. Look out for where the multiplier button is. It's on a little annex next to the main button, which will double the points. Sometimes playing a nerf is more strategically advantageous if you think you've been a bit slow and you think lots of people will get it right. Sometimes a nerf can be worth more points than a multiplier. But I will leave that to you. Remember, you can either only use one help and use them or lose them. They don't stack. And yeah, you'll get them back next round if you make it there. So, note here from Solar Espion. I'm testing your knowledge of military generals and leaders. Did you expect something else? Well, let's see what they've got in store for us. 24 players in the game, 5 questions in this round. Excuse me, on general knowledge. Good luck. Let's play Danger Zone. We start the night with this. According to the opening crawls of Star Wars episodes 7, 8, and 9, what is the last name of Leia, General of the Republic? Ren, Skywalker, Amidala, Organa. Or Organa. Organa is the correct answer as it happens. Whilst Leia is the daughter of Luke Skywalker and Padme Amidala, and I mean, spoilers, maybe, the Star Wars films always use the last name Organa after the senator of Alderaan that adopted her prior to the events of the original Star Wars in 1977, where it's the butt of the joke as to why lasers make everything better except Alderaan. Organa was the right answer. Just a 1 nerf coming in there from Woollyback. 2 multipliers from Naked Grounds and Lupine, both of them correct. 5th fastest was Arun, 4th was ABME, 3rd was Fetz, 2nd was Jack. Fastest player there was Shapes in 2.88 seconds. They pick up 24 points. Well played. Let's reorder the board. So Ralph and Grams going up to 1 and 2 thanks to those multipliers, but most players still with multipliers available to use. Let's go on to question number 2. Cleopatra's father, son, and 2 of her brothers all took what regnal name as rulers of ancient Egypt? Shoshenq, Amenhotep, Ramesses, Ptolemy. Ptolemy was the answer. All 4 names were used by at least 4 Egyptian pharaohs, but Ptolemy was the only one of these used during the Hellenistic periods of ancient Egypt, which began in the 300s BCE. 1 nerf from Matt the Sprat there. Still multiplying on a correct answer, effrontery multiplying on an incorrect answer. Unfortunately, you're going to lose that help and get no points. JR was 5th, Jogging was 4th, Fetz 3rd, Prey was 2nd, and Arun was fastest at 3.53 seconds for 26 points. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. Dave Zhou goes to the top, 46. I think that might be a run. I'm not sure. Fett's also tied at the top with 46. Orange players in the danger zone at the moment because we don't have the standard size, which I think is 5 now. But you still got 3 questions to get out of there. Let's move on to question number 3. What term is used instead of general for the highest ranks of the United States Navy and Royal Navy? Brigadier, Commander, Admiral, Captain. Admiral is the answer. The rank of Fleet Admiral has not been used in the US since World War II. With the death of Sir Benjamin Bathurst in 2025, only Charles III holds the rank of Admiral of the Fleet, and he was only given the title honorarily. 2 nerfs coming in there, the B Channel and Silent Marine, both nerfing for the flat rate of, it is still 11 points despite more players joining. That might be a feature, it might be a bug, I'm not sure. Map Sprat was 5th, Stilgar was 4th, Jogging was 3rd, TVP was 2nd, and ABME was fastest in 2.71 seconds. Let's reorder the board. I said let's reorder the board. I said let's reorder the board. Thank you. Claire, CJ, and Jogging, welcome to the stream. For reasons best known to itself, it looks like my operator is frozen, so I'll be reading questions off graphics unless it comes back to life. Stilgar's at the top with 64. Fett has got 63. Jack has got 61. Let's play on to the next question. Remember, if you've still got a help, use it or lose it. Here's question number 4. Nope, it's just died. Question 4 then. Where was the site of Napoleon Bonaparte's second exile from his defeat at Waterloo in 1815 to his death? Oh, in 1820. Oh, it's a unicorn dead. Right. Okie dokie. Crystal Island, Ascension, St. Helena, or South Sandwich Islands? Trollers are dead. Which would explain why my end's gone dead, but the game is still running. Okay, I get it. There might have been a blip higher up in the cloud. Let me just try another force refresh. Connecting. I mean, it says online with host. Stand by. Let me go to the website. Universe controller. How dead is it? Do I actually want to try and join? I think I do want to try and join, just to see what happens. Obviously, I'm not going to go through, but I don't want to keep burning questions if everything is going to be continuously dead. This feels like a less destructive way of getting through this. No, it's really dead. It says online with host, but everything's just gone. That's weird. Let's try again. Let's try again, because I'm not getting anything. I mean, I'm still getting Twitch chat logs in the operator. No exceptions on the headless controller server. That was going to be my next question, Ash. That's very odd. Hey, everyone in chat, pipe down, all of you. Stop. This is me. I'm being calm. I don't need diagnoses from the side. I don't need backseat modding. Thank you all very much. JB, welcome to the stream. Well, the build is still running, but until it carries on, I mean, there's oh my god, all of you, stop. I shall, you know what? Let's have a, there you go. Right. It's a 30-second timeout for you all. I figure out what's gone on. Yes, do the washing machine emoji. That's how we do things around here. Right, let's try and join again. I mean, it's just crapped out, hasn't it? Right, before I kill the game, because it might be... I don't know what it is. I'm just going to try something real quick. Because I can only have one game at a time with the operator, can't I? How do I get something else open? I know, I can open it in Unity, can't I? Let's do that. Let's get... let's just open up the lottery machine for a mo. Right. Emote only turns camera off. Everyone needs to stop backseat modding. We don't need anyone. This applies to any and all. Yes, thank you, the B channel. This is what happens when you do it live, as it were. So, my current plan of action, just to get you all in the picture, is I'm going to try and join a different build, a different game, because I'm just opening one in Unity, and if that works, then it's not a problem in the cloud, and something has just gone wrong with this build of DangerZone. But I don't think it has, because the graphics are still moving. Message from our sponsor, JB Henry.
Here are some bits as penance for my snark.
Thank you very much for the 500 bits. No penance was required, but I'm very grateful all the same. Yeah, because I don't want to just kill the game. I mean, I might have to kill and restart the game anyway. DangerZone's a bastard to try and get back to where we were. Because of how the scoring works. We can't even do the honour system because of when you can do the honour system in terms of right and wrong answers and maybe remember where you're nerfed and stuff, but so we're only 4 questions deep. Unless Solar Espion was to write 4 more general questions very, very quickly. Right. That's still not loading. So let me fire up the lottery machine. Just go in test mode, skip opening titles. Let's come out of remote operator mode. And see if we can get a fix on this. Progress gameplay. Oh no, we don't need audio. We don't need audio. Right, let me see if I can get in here. Because if I have, then there's something's just gone wrong with it. Yeah, this is absolutely fine. So, something's died inside DangerZone, and I cannot for the life of me tell you what it is. So, I think it's off and on again time. I mean, it's still connected, but it just seems to have lost its ability to speak. I'm just going to find... Yeah, I'm just not getting anything back at all. Right. Well, there's not much for it other than to just kill it and go again. With apologies to SB for, in the first instance, for your first time here, and we're having to restart the game. Actually, no, don't join. It'll break if you join. Now you're fine. Right. Titles. Confirm config. Right. Select question data. SB. Honor system is all I can get you all to do. SB is too powerful, please do. We go again. We go again. Some of our sponsor proves over the titles.
Hurrah for turning it off and on again. A bit of percussive maintenance.
Indeed so. Thank you for the 100 bits, Briggs. Yeah, you're going to have to give it a refresh. You'll need a new room code. Universal controllers right there. Yeah. Right, welcome again to DangerZone. Let's try that a second time. BZBG. It's the code. Okay, well, that's something. So, I'm just going to plead with you, honours system. Answer the same as you did before. The timings are going to be different, but we still had 2 questions in the bag. Or 1 question that I genuinely can't remember the answer to. You might be able to. And another question that we hadn't even seen yet. But they're in a random order, so we don't know what order they're going to come out. So the questions are going to be in a different order, and the answers will be in a different place. All right? All right. Good. So much for Thursday night being a snappier stream. It's already 8:30. We've not even got out the first round yet. My God in heaven. Right. That's about the number. I think we had 26 before, but 25, that'll do. We've got a round to come and join if you're... so we left someone inside, I guess. Yeah. Right, let's lock it up. Rules are the same. Category is still general knowledge. And let's get on with the quiz. Redemption time. Honours system, if you please. And if I'm so, just to bear in mind, I do log all the answers that come in. So if I'm so minded, I can go back and check what you said in the last game. And if I find that, and I might just do some random spot checks, like at the airport. If I find that anyone has just changed their answer to get it right, then I'll be disappointed. You don't want me to be disappointed. Coda, welcome to the stream. And yes, questions will be in a different order as well. Right, let's play Danger Zone, and hopefully it works this time. Here we go. Question 1, again. Where was the site of Napoleon Bonaparte's second exile from his defeat at Waterloo in 1815 to his death in 1821? St. Helena, South Sandwich Islands, Ascension, or Christmas Island? It was St. Helena. Elba was the site of Napoleon's first exile. That was a question that you didn't get an opportunity to answer, so we can't actually compare. No, you didn't get to answer that in the end, but if you would have gone for an answer anyway, then I think most people were screaming at the chat at the time. St. Helena was the answer. Elba was the site of Napoleon's first exile. Just a 1 multiplier from Loyaneer there. Woollyback 5th, Arun 4th, Shapes 3rd, JR was 2nd, and Jack was fastest. Let's reorder the board. There's our Danger Zone of 5. Let's go on to question number 2. Honours system. What term is used instead of general for the highest ranks of the United States Navy and Royal Navy? Brigadier, Commander, Admiral, Captain. Admiral, same as before. Nerfs from B Channel and Silent Marine, that sounds familiar. A multiplier from Effrontery on a wrong answer, which sounds familiar. Jogging 5th, Proust 4th, BC 3rd, JR 2nd, AB was fastest. Let's reorder the board. Okay, still a Danger Zone size of 5. Doubled on a different answer. It's all good. I say, honour system as best you can. Question 3. According to the opening crawls of Star Wars Episodes 7, 8, and 9, what is the last name of Leia, General of the Republic? Skywalker, Organa, Amidala, or Ren? Organa. Woollyback nerfing multipliers on correct answers from Lupine, Prey, Naked Grams, and Conradlac. AB me 5th, Stimson was 4th, Shapes 3rd, Topper 2nd, and Jack was fastest. Let's reorder the board. One more question that we have seen, one that we haven't. We've got a standard Danger Zone size of 4 now. Jack's at the top. Let's go on to question number 4. Cleopatra's father, son, and 2 of her brothers all took what regnal name as rulers of ancient Egypt? Ramesses, Amenhotep, Ptolemy, or Shoshenq? Ptolemy was the answer. Again, multipliers from Jack and Stilgar. Matt nerfing. Stimson was 5th. B Channel was 4th. Prey was 3rd. JR was 2nd. And Jack was fastest. I appreciate you doing the honour system. Most of those scores look consistent with last time. Obviously, I can't do anything about the timings in this game. It's just how it is. So let's reorder the board. Those are all the questions we'd already seen. These are the standings as we are. So that's kind of nice that the last question is still, the one we hadn't seen is still 5th. So it's still a deciding question and it's going to be a new question. Jack's got the lead with 120. JR in 2nd, Fett and Stilgar tied up in 3rd. Help's still available for a few people. Use them or lose them. You will get them back in the next round if you make it. Let's take a look at question number 5. This one is new. Take a look. Who is the most recent US president to have reached the rank of general in the US military? Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Lyndon B. Johnson, George W. Bush. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Of the 45 unique individuals to have served as President of the United States, 12 reached a military rank with general in its name, while 13 did not serve in the US military in any capacity. A lot of interesting things happening here. 4 nerfs coming in, Topper, Arun, Claire, and Jogging. 3 correct multipliers, AB, me, CJ, and BC. And all 3 of those are in the top 5 as well. Wrong multipliers from JR, Fetch, Shapes, and TVP. Conradlac was 5th, AB me 4th, BC 3rd, Proves was 2nd, and CJ was fastest with a multiplier for 50 points. That is going to get you out of the danger zone. Let's see who has been left in there as we reorder the board for the final time this round. And there we have it. Jack finishes on top with 134. Stilgar and ABME tied in second with 90 and JR in third with 89. U4 will get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Ben Prug, CJ Grams, Fetz, Kahula, Stimpson, David Joe, Ralph, Yoru, Prey, Conrad, Shapesby, Loyneer, Chris 2, and Claire, all of whose points will be reset to 0, but they will get back the help if they've used it. Stimpson and Prug's electing not to use a help in this round, which is entirely their choice, but they'd have got it back anyway. Unfortunately for Silent Marine, Matt Marcini and Effrontery, unfortunately you can go no further, but don't forget you can play in the background game because there is still a lobby medal available for the most correct answers, but unfortunately for you four, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. There we go, whiz through the round in 6 minutes. Easy. Onwards we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Now in the danger zone, helps have been reinstated. Matt and Silent Marine leading the Boneyard with 2 apiece. Jack starting with 10. Stilgar and ABME with 7. JR with 5. Everyone else resetting to 0. And let's play on to round 2. Winter Olympics is the category. 5 questions in this round. Once again, multiplying will double your points for the question, and nerfing will earn you exactly 10 points in this round. You can use either help once, but not both. A timely category, says Solar Espion, about that 1-2 week period every 4 years where we all suddenly become fans of curling. That's an ice category. Indeed it is. So, 5 questions on the Winter Olympics. Helps have been reinstated. Let's see if you can survive the round. And Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Best of luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with this. 1 lap around a short track speed skating rink covers approximately how much distance? 55 metres, 400 metres, 111 metres, or 222 metres? Not many getting that one. Woollybat going for a nerf for that for the flat rate of 10. But only 5 players actually getting the answer there. B-Channel was 5th, the Runt was 4th, Conradlac 3rd, Jack was 2nd, and Prudes was fastest. 111 metres was the answer. Regular speed skating overs are 400 metres per lap, but short track, which usually takes place on an ice sheet similar in size to ice hockey, is regulated at 111.12 metres. Very well done if you got that. Let's reorder the board. Going to be a big old danger zone size there. Let's see if we can sort that out as we go to question number 2. Which of these countries has never won a Winter Olympic medal of any colour? North Korea, Denmark, Kazakhstan, or Iceland? The tricky one there. It's Iceland, believe it or not. Iceland's actually surprisingly luscious and green, unlike Greenland, which is surprisingly icy and snowy. Kazakhstan's won 8, North Korea's won 2, and Denmark has won 1, but Iceland has not. Just 3 people getting that one right there. Shapes in 3rd, Topper 2nd, ABME 1st. A nerf coming in from Stilgar, and a multiplier for Loyneer, but unfortunately on the wrong answer. Let's reorder the board. A few more players making their escape from the danger zone. Can they stay out of it? We'll find out as we go to question number 3. What is the only Winter Olympic sport contested exclusively by men? Skeleton, biathlon, ice dancing, Nordic combined. Nordic combined. No Winter Olympic sports are women only. Figure skating, curling, luge and skeleton all have mixed team divisions. There is a rather strong push to include women's Nordic combined in 2030, but it will not be seen in 2026. 2 multipliers, B Channel and BC, both on correct answers. Shapes nerfing there. ABME 5th, Conradlac 4th, Topper 3rd, CJ 2nd, and BC was the fastest answer, and with a multiplier gives him 42 points. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. On we go. Question number 4. We've still got disproportionate danger zone with 6 players yet to give a correct answer. We need to get that down to 5. Let's see if we can do it with question number 4. Take a look at this. The first Winter Olympics to not be held in the same year as Summer Olympics were hosted by what city? Nagano, Lillehammer, Albertville, Calgary. Lillehammer is the correct answer. Quite a few of you getting that one. Yeah, Lillehammer. While the Olympic Charter amendment that split Winter and Summer Olympics apart was ratified in '86, the change did not take effect until Lillehammer 1994, which took place just 2 years after Albertville 92 instead of the usual 4. 4 correct multipliers coming in for Lupine, AB, Me, Jack and Jogging. Nerfs coming in from CJ Proogs and Naked Grams. And JR was 5th, Topper was 4th, Jogging 3rd, Jack 2nd, and Claire was fastest for 21 points. Let's reorder the board. Okay, we've got our standard danger zone size of 5 players with just 1 question to go, and still quite a few of you with a help available. So either a nerf or a multiplier, use it or lose it on this question. Best of luck, here's question 5. The 1980 Miracle on Ice upset victory by USA over the USSR was their penultimate match. Who did the USA defeat afterward to secure the gold medal? Tough one to end on there. Finland was the answer. Tournament structure incorporated group results into the medal round, so USA-Finland was not a gold medal game. Finland ended 4th, while USSR defeated Sweden in a match that decided silver versus bronze. 4 incorrect multipliers coming in for Topper, Fetz, Prey and Comradelac. 4 nerfs coming in for JR, Arun, Claire and Stimpson for the flat rate of 10. Just 3 people getting it right on their own steam. BC in 3rd, Loyneer in 2nd, and AB Me was the fastest, getting 21 points in 5 seconds. So let's see what that does to the leaderboard as we come to the end of round 2. Who is in the danger zone and who is going through? We have got a standard size. Stimpson just managing to squeeze out of there, leaving Stilgar, Grams, Kulula, Fetz and Prey in the danger zone for elimination. AB Me finishing on the top with 94. Ben in 2nd with 71. Jack in 3rd with 70. Very well done, you 3. You'll get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Topper, Loyneer, B-Shapes, Ralph, Arun, Jogging, Conradalac, JR, Pruse, Claire, CJ, and Stipsazangle. Very well done to all of you. We will see you in round 3. Effrontery is currently leading the Boneyard, but that might be about to change because we're about to have 5 players go and enter it. Because for Stilgar, Grams, Kalula, aka Woollyback, Fett, and Prey, it's a great run, but unfortunately you can go no further. It is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Effrontery retaining his crown, though sharing it with Stilgar now. 5 points apiece. AB Me starting the next round with 8. Ben with 5. Jack with 4. Everyone else back to 0, and helps have been reasserted. Danger zone size of 5 going into the next round. Let's take a look at the category. Pyramid Power is what we're looking at this round. 5 questions this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question as ever. Nerfing will earn you 8 points because there are 16 of you, a very pleasing number, 16. As before, you can use either help once, but you cannot use both. And all the questions are going to be about pyramids of all shapes and sizes, except it's only really one shape, because that's what a pyramid is. True story. Pyramid Power, 16 players remain. Very best of luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. In geometry, what full name is given to a regular triangular-based pyramid? Conical frustum, tetrahedron, torus, icosahedron. It's a tetrahedron. Certain subcultures know the shape best as a D4. I couldn't possibly think why. A torus is a donut, icosahedron is a D20, and a conical frustum is a subsection of a cone shaped like a lampshade. So if you know your geometry from D&D, you may have had an in there. 3 multipliers, JR and BC on correct answers, but Loynear multiplying on a wrong answer. Going to have to do some work to make that up. Claire was 5th, Jack was 4th, AB me 3rd, JR was 2nd and with a multiplier, and Shapes was fastest for 16 points. Very well done. Let's reorder the board. Shapes going to get first is very fitting, I have to say. Okay, we've got 7 players in the danger zone. We need to get that down to 5. Let's see if we can do it on the next question. Take a look at this. What initialism can describe both a financial pyramid scheme and a type of romantic attraction? WLW, MLM, FTC, T4T. Yes, I was aware. Yes, I know you don't need to tell me. I noticed my question live light didn't come on till about 3 seconds in, so I'm assuming everyone got the payload late. I don't know. There must be a solar flare or something that's messing around with stuff. Anyway, what initialism can describe both the financial pyramid scheme and a type of romantic attraction? The answer is MLM, which can refer to both multi-level marketing or men who love men. The other initialisms stand for trans, women who love women, and Federal Trade Commission, which do not fit both halves of the question, unfortunately. Fun fact, an initialism is something like MLM or T4T. An acronym is something that turns into a word, like FEMA or SCUBA. Those are a difference between an initialism and an acronym, for those of you who are interested. 4 multipliers, Lupine, ABME, B-Channel improves, all of them on correct answers. Well, is that a backronym or an acronym, Stilgar? It's one for the philosophers, I think. Jack was 5th, Lupine was 4th with that multiplier, CJ 3rd, BC 2nd, and JR was fastest, getting himself 16 points. Very well done. Let's reorder the board. Standard danger zone size of 5 now. All of the players bar 2 in there have got points, and all of them bar 1 have still got a help available. JR's at the top. Let's see if he can hang on to that position as we go to question number 3. In what millennium were the Great Pyramids at Giza believed to have been constructed? 3rd millennium BCE, 1st millennium BCE, 4th millennium BCE, 2nd millennium BCE. It's a third millennium BCE, built by Khufu of Egypt's 4th dynasty in approximately 2500 BCE, which is the 3rd millennium BCE, the 2nd being 1500, the 1st millennium BC would have been 500. Again, it's slightly counterintuitive in the same with 21st century actually begins 20, the 19th century begins 18 something. Claire nerfing that one for the flat rate. Stimpson multiplying, but unfortunately incorrect. BC 5th, Jack 4th, a run 3rd, JR 2nd, and Topper at the top in 2.45 seconds. Very well done. Let's reorder the board. Still got a standard danger zone size with 2 questions to go. JR still leading the pack with 61. Help still available for just under half the players. Let's see what you can do with question number 4. Take a look at this. In the USDA's original food guide pyramid 1992, what food group is located at the bottom at 6 to 11 servings per day? Vegetables, fruits, proteins, or bread, cereal, rice and pasta? I mean, that sounds like a lot of servings of bread, cereal, rice or pasta. It depends how you count the bread, I guess. I mean, 11 slices of bread is quite a lot. I've sort of sworn off bread recently. I can't remember the last time I bought a loaf of bread. But yeah, vegetables apparently 3 to 5 servings. Fruits 2 to 4 servings. Meat, poultry, fish, beans, nuts and eggs 2 to 3 servings. But yeah, bread, cereal, rice and pasta 6 to 11 servings a day. And I suppose it depends on your interpretation of a serving as well. That's true. Conradelac multiplying on correct. Jack multiplying on wrong. Conradelac also 5th, then Claire, then AB Me, then Shapes, and Stimpson was fastest, picking up 16 points. Is that enough to get you out of the danger zone, Stimpson? Let's find out as we reorder the board. No, it is not. You've still got a way to go, but it's not over yet. Still 9 points separating CJ and yourself, and Topper and yourself as well. JR's still out in front with 68. This is one shy of a nice score. One question left to get out of the danger zone. Remember, if you've got those helps available, do make use of them, because if you get through, you get them back. If you don't get through, you don't get them at all. So use them or lose them. Let's take a look at question number 5. Which celebrity holds the record for fastest winner's circle completion on the Pyramid family of game shows? Rob Reiner, Nipsey Russell, Billy Crystal, Barry Jenner. Billy Crystal completed the round in 26 seconds in 1977. Florence Henderson in 1982 and Barry Jenner in 1987 are tied for second place at 27 seconds. Jogging multiplying but on a wrong answer. A run shape, CJ and Topper all nerfing. B Channel was fourth, BC was third, ABME second and JR was fastest. Let's reorder the board and see who's going home. Oh, how fun. We've got a tie. Third set tiebreaker. Always love to see it. JR, ABME and Ben are finishing in 1, 2 and 3. You'll get a little boost going into the next round. You'll be joined there for sure by B, Ralph, Claire, Jack, Shapes, Topper and CJ, and one of either David, Joe or Conrad, because they are both on 30 points, which ties the danger zone, and we cannot lose more than the appointed number of players from the danger zone. So when we have a tie after question 5, those 2 players go to a tiebreak. Does mean Prug, Stimpson, Loynier and Jogging. We are going to lose you for sure, but we've got a little bit of ceremony first of all between Conrad and David Joe. You will be given a question. There will be a numerical answer. Whoever is closest to the answer will retain and go through to the next round. Whoever is further away will drop and be eliminated. In the very unlikely event you're both exactly the same amount away, whoever got there faster will take priority. Best of luck to you both. Answering as a number, here's your tiebreaker question. Pius IX is the second longest reigning pope at how many days? Need an answer. Okay, this is interesting. Conradlak's gone for 4,000. Arun has gone for 25,000. Nice round numbers. I mean, what's 4,000? 4,000's what, 10 years? Ish? Just under 10 years? Just under 10 years. So 25,000 would be more like 50 years. 55 years? I can tell you the answer is within that range. It is definitely between those 2 numbers. It's not relativity, and I can tell you the correct answer and the closest player are 11,560 and Conradlak with 4,000. You were just 7,560 away, but Arun was 13,440 away, so just slightly closer there. Conradlak, very well done. You are through to the next round. And unfortunately, Arun has to join the ranks of those in the danger zone. So to Arun, Prug, Stimpson, Loynier and Jogging, thank you very much for playing. Do continue in the boneyard, but for now, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Effrontery, Fetz, Loynier and Stilgar all tying for the boneyard crown with 9 questions out of 15 each. JR started with 5, ABME with 3, Ben with 2. Everyone else has reset to 0, and we're going to lose half. No, not quite half. 5 out of 12. No, shut up, Ben. 5 out of the 11 remaining players come the end of this round, leaving us with 6 in the final. As before, your helps have been reasserted. Use them or lose them. There are no helps in the final, and we don't get a boost at the end of this round. Instead, your opening scores are calculated based on the number of questions you've got right, minus the number of times you have been in the danger zone. So being in the danger zone can drastically affect your score in the end game, even if you don't get eliminated. So let's take a look at what category number 4 brings. Endangered zone. I got another 5 questions for you. Multiply is going to double your points. Nerfing is going to earn you 5 points flat. And again, use either help once, but you cannot use both. Questions all about endangered or extinct species and the surrounding classifications and history. Excuse me just a minute while I have a drink. I can just sense I'm talking a bit quick, and hiccups are starting to emerge. Just going to put them back in the box. Right. Best of luck to all 11 remaining players. The category is Endangered Zone. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with this, which of these species of penguin is considered endangered? Adelaide, Emperor, King, Galapagos. Galapagos is the answer. Of the 18 species in the penguin family, or penguin, if you're Benedict Cumberbatch, 11 are considered vulnerable or endangered, including the Galapagos. But not the King, Adelaide, or Emperor. Tons of them. Conradlak was 4th, B-Channel was 3rd, Shapes was 2nd, and Topper was fastest. Well played. Let's reorder the board. And we've got a standard Danger Zone size right off the bat, thanks in no small part to those helps at the beginning. Those boosts at the beginning, I should say. Let's go on to question number 2. What mammal and logo of the World Wildlife Fund was downgraded from endangered to vulnerable at the end of 2025? Red panda, chimpanzee, giant panda, ring-tailed lemur. Giant panda. Why are they so cute aesthetically? This is the eyes. They're like piss holes in the snow, aren't they? Yeah, giant panda has been WWF's logo since its founding in 1961. While there are still fewer than 2,000 wild giant pandas, more than 2/3 of them are protected in dedicated panda reserves, which is nice, isn't it? I like the panda. I always get the panda and the koala mixed up, as one of them isn't actually a bear. I think it's the koala's not actually a bear, it's a marsupial. Fun fact, I do know, pandas are the only bears that don't hibernate. Because they eat so much, they have to eat so much because they only eat like eucalyptus leaves. No, that's koalas. Bamboo shoots. So they have to eat so much so they don't hibernate. There you go, it's a fun fact. Multipliers from Lupine, B and Conradlak. Lupine was 5th with a multiplier, then Claire, then Shapes, then Topper, then Jack. Let's reorder the board. Topper's at the top with 21, Conrad's in 2nd with 20, Shapes in 3rd with 19. 5 players in the Danger Zone, all of them still with their help available. Let's go on, question 3. What species of bird went extinct when a female named Martha died at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914? Is it the great auk, a passenger pigeon, a Canada goose, or Labrador duck? One of the earliest facts I can remember reading in a book is that it was the carrier pigeon or the passenger pigeon. There were an estimated 3 to 5 billion, with a B, passenger pigeons in North America alone prior to colonization, making them the most abundant bird in North America. But overhunting for their meat and weak conservation laws made them extinct in the wild circa 1902. I mean, I've no love for the pigeon, but, you know, just to hunt an animal entirely to extinction is just awful. It's making me sad thinking about it, so I'm not going to dwell on it. Can I not have any scores? Apparently I can't have scores for who was fastest. I think the log must have filled up, so let's clear that down. Either that or it's just conked out again. God, I hope that's not the case. Oh no, my light's still on. My light's still on. Has it sneezed again? My question live light's still on. And my do nothing bar is still there. It might have died again. We'll find out in a minute. Who was fastest there? Claire was fastest there. Then CJ, then Topper was 3rd. Let's see if I can bring this back to life. Please work. Please? Oh, for God's sake. Why is it dying again? What is going on tonight? What is happening here? I get really annoyed now. So I've caught it this time before I actually put the next question out, but at this point of the game, we can't recover it at this point. Let me just see if I can join. I'm not optimistic. Oh, no. No, I can join. Just let me join. But it's not talking to... Let me just try a hard refresh of the Operator software. Well, it's let me join, so it's going to try joining the game. Hang on a minute. Oh no, I've got logs. It's fine. Sorry, I had a momentary panic, just assuming everything's going to go wrong. I still haven't got a Q bar though, so I'm hoping that's going to come back to me in just a minute. So I'm reading off the broadcast graphics now. Let's take a look at question number 4 and hope that everything just works. Take a look. Oh no, I've got a question now as well, just not a Q bar. Here we go. The asteroid that likely triggered the extinction of dinosaurs 66 million years ago impacted Earth nearest what modern country? South Africa, Russia, Mexico, or Canada? It's Mexico. Oh, and I've got a Q bar back now as well. Hooray! Yeah, the oh my God, Chicxulub crater. Chicxulub, Chicxulub crater in Yucatan, Mexico. It's considered one of the 3 largest impact craters in the world, approximately 180 kilometers across. That's a big crater. Multipliers from CJ and BC, they're both correct. Lupine 5th, CJ 4th, ABME 3rd, BC 2nd, JR fastest. Very well played if you got that one right. Let's reorder the board. Yeah, back to life. Don't know what's going on. I'm in the game now as well, which is nice. I'm not going to give myself any pennies because I get the answers as well, so that would be entirely unfair. Right, one more question. B, Claire, Shapes, JR, and Jack, you're all in the danger zone, but all but B have still got a help available. 5 points if you nerf. Potentially 22 points if you can multiply and you're first and correct. Comrade's at the top. Topper's in second, and he's still got his help available. Let's see what question number 5 brings. Best of luck. What name is given to the IUCN's information source on the extinction risk status of animal, fungus, and plant species? Red list, blue list, green list, black list. It's the red list, established by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature in 1964. Something is on the red list. It is at risk of extinction. Multipliers from Jack, JR, Shapes, and Claire, all correct. Multiplier from ABME, not correct. Topper playing the safe nerf for 5. B was 5th, Claire was 4th, JR was 3rd, Lupine 2nd, and Jack was fastest. Have players done enough to get out of the danger zone? I think B is probably in a bit of trouble here. We're in the danger zone, did get it right, but everyone below them was also correct and had the luxury of a multiplier as well. Maybe Ben and ABME have to worry about something. Maybe CJ's got to worry about something. Let's reorder the board and find out. Oh, I say, we've got another tie. Ralph finishes on top with 39. Chris and Claire in second with 35. JR has 34. Jack has 33. You are all through to the final, and you'll be joined by either Conrad or Shapes. CJB, Ben and ABME, you are going to be eliminated, but for the second round in a row, we have got a tie at the top of the danger zone. So it's time for a 4th set tiebreak. Conrad survived a run in the last tiebreak. Can they now survive Shapes in this one? 2 tiebreakers for Conrad in a row. They saw off a run. Can they now see off Shapes? Same rules as before. Numerical question. Whoever's closest will go through. Best of luck to you both. Here is your 4th set tiebreaker question. If a train leaves Manchester Piccadilly at 5:55 p.m. and arrives at London Euston at 8:25 p.m, what was its average speed to the nearest mile per hour? Need an answer. Comrade going 45, Shapes going 65. I mean, this is a question, isn't so much a maths question as it is a geography question. Do you know how far apart Manchester and London Euston are? Or is it maybe just a how fast do trains normally go question? If a train leaves Manchester Piccadilly at 5:55 p.m. and arrives at London Euston 2.5 hours later at 8:25 p.m, what was its average speed to the nearest mile per hour? So it's going 2.5 hours, and it's going about 250 miles, I think. Either way, Conradlet's gone 45, Shapes has gone 65. The correct answer is 64. Not a bad guess at all there, Shapes. Just off by 1. Your inner programmer surfacing, I guess. Conradlet survives 1 tiebreaker, but not a second. Very bad luck. But it's Shapes who gets through to the fight. Shapes has avenged me, says a run. Very well done to Shapes. So Conrad has to join the Danger Zone. And it's Ralph, Chris, Claire, JR, Jack, and Shapes in the Danger Zone final this week. Well done to Conrad, CJB, Ben, and AB Me. No mean feat to get to the end of round 4, but unfortunately you can go no further. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the round. You are in the Danger Zone. This means we have to say goodbye. That's Lloyd here with 13 in the boneyard at the moment. Are they going to keep the crowns? They are not. AB, Me, and B steal them with 14 out of 20 each. AB, Me, and B at the top of the boneyard, but in our main game, it is very, very close. Jack, JR, and Ralph all starting with 9. Chris with 8. Shapes with 7. Claire with a little bit more work to do, 4, but only 1 good question away from taking the top spot. So it is still anyone's game at this point. Remember, you're starting with points equal. Well, let me load the category, and then I'll explain the rules, because they're on the screen at the same time. Remember, you're starting with points equal to the total number of correct answers minus the number of times you've been in the Danger Zone. So if Jack's got 15 questions right and been in the Danger Zone 6 times, that's how he's ended up on 9. No nerfs, no multipliers in this round. It's just the fastest answer gets 6 points. Fastest correct answer gets 6 points. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are the grades, which means there's 30 points up for grabs in this round, which means it is still anyone's final. Advantage with Jack, JR, and Ralph. But Claire, with a bit of work to do, but still very, very doable. It's not a chasm of a gap. All it takes is 1 question, and these scores could change in a flash. Very best of luck to you all. Gold, silver, and bronze medals available. And of course, Danger Zone is the only game in the arsenal of game night stuff where we cannot have a tied gold. If we have another tie at the top, only in the top spot, we will go for a 5th set tiebreaker. I think it'll be the first time we've seen 3 tiebreakers in one game. How did I get it with only 4? No, it's not 4 correct. You've got more than 4 correct, but you've probably got 10 correct, but you've been in the Danger Zone 6 times, Claire. So it'll be 10 minus 4, or like 15 minus 11, or whatever. Maths. Hashtag maths. Anyway, Abe, Lewis, welcome both of you to the stream. Very best of luck to our final 6 and to everyone playing in the boneyard. Let's play Danger Zone. Starting with this. Age 27 when he won in 1954, Jean-Pierre Serra is the youngest ever recipient of which award? The Pritzker Prize, the Turner Prize, the Pulitzer Prize, the Fields Medal. Danger Zone, Schmanger Zone. Indeed so. And speaking of Danger Zone, Schmanger Zone, the Fields Medal was the answer. It's awarded for excellence in mathematics research among academics aged 40 or younger. It's an oddly specific category. At the time of writing, Sarah is still alive, aged 99, which is very encouraging. And only 2 of you getting it right. Shapes was fastest, but Claire was right behind us, the bottom 2. And like I said, Claire, it only takes 1 question, and you've got yourself 5 points, and there's 4 players above you getting it wrong. Shapes as well with 6. Let's reorder the board and see what happens. Well, you've gone up 1 place, Claire, but it's actually more than 1 place because you're now in a 4-way tie with Jack, JR, and Ralph. All of you are on 9. Chris slips to the bottom, but only a point behind with 8, and it's now Shapes firmly in the driving seat with a 4-point advantage and 13 points at the top. AB Me taking a sole crown in the boneyard. Let's go to question number 2. What is the primary protein in the Chinese-American dish Moo Goo Gai Pan? Beef, duck, chicken, or pork? I have the impression that that SP's just writing these questions just to make me sound silly. Moo Goo Gai Pan, which I've never heard of. Most commonly consist of chicken and mushrooms with other vegetables such as snow peas or bok choy in a savoury sauce. That does sound quite nice apart from the mushrooms, I have to say. I'm not a great mushroom lover, but Moo Goo is milk. Good. Moo Goo. Claire was 3rd, Toff was 2nd, Shapes was fastest. The answer was chicken. Let's reorder the board. All the swings in this game. Shapes extending his lead, now 6 points clear at the top. But Claire and Top are tied in 2nd with 13. Jack, JR, and Ralph, having started with an advantage, are now tied in 3rd with 9 points each. Let's go on to question, and welcome to the stream only, number 3. Only 91_57, number 3. Yeah, I did. Here we go. The largest earthquake ever recorded by magnitude had its epicenter closest to the coast of which country? USA, Chile, Japan, Indonesia. The answer I would have gone for, but the answer is Chile. I would definitely have guessed Indonesia there. May 22nd, 1960 earthquake in southern Chile registered 9.5 on the Richter scale, the highest ever. There have only been 5 earthquakes recorded as magnitude 9 or higher. The others were located in Alaska, USA, Sumatra, Indonesia, and Tohoku, Japan, and Kamchatka, Russia. And Shape's the only one to get this one wrong here. Shape's going for Indonesia, which is what I would have said. Claire was 5th, Lupine 4th, Jack 3rd, Topper 2nd, JR 1st. So, another swingy question, which is going to bring the scores much, much closer again. Let's reorder the board. There we have it. Chris is just within a point of Shapes now, 19 and then 18. Claire and JR tied in 3rd with 15, Jack with 13, Ralph with 12. This is still anyone's game. There are 24 points potentially up for grabs. Well, let's see what happens with question number 4. Which is not one of the political megastates seen in George Orwell's 1984. Atlantica, Oceania, East Asia, or Eurasia? Oh yes, I can answer this question, can't I? I'll have some pennies. This universal control is really nice, actually. It functions quite. It's very clear on my screen. Atlantica is the answer. The British Isles, under the name Airstrip 1, are part of Oceania, with the Americas and Australia. All 6 getting it right. Is Ralph was 6th, then Claire, then Topper, then Jack, then JR, and Shapes was fastest, 2.72 seconds. Very well done. So, let's reorder the board. And now there are just 6 points available, which means Claire, Jack, and Ralph has slipped out of reach of that gold medal. But Claire and Jack can still obtain silver. Ralph is just out of the medal spot at this point. Shapes has got an advantage, 4 points clear of Chris, who's 1 point clear of JR. They look set for gold, silver, bronze at the moment, but it ain't over until it's over. I wish you all the best of luck. Here is question number 5. Which of these geographical areas has been officially rat-free since 1950? Northland New Zealand, Lincolnshire, England, Michoacan State, Mexico, or Alberta Province, Canada? And it's a steal at the end of the game from JR, who picks up 6 points. Jack picking up 5. It's Alberta Province, Canada. Yeah, common rats are invasive to North America. They cannot enter Alberta from the west due to the Rocky Mountains, because they obviously don't have climbing spikes. They can't enter south due to sparse population in Montana, USA, or north because it's too cold. Aggressive action was taken to prevent their migration when rats were discovered at Alberta's east border in 1950. And it is now rat-free. And so for the final time, let's reorder the board. And there we have it. Jack just displacing Chris for the bronze. Shapes having to settle for the silver because he didn't get that last question right. But it's JR coming from behind. Have I ratified this answer? No, but I think Cola has. Coming from behind to take a Danger Zone gold medal. It's a tie in the Boneyard between Loynear Fetz and AB Me, who will all get a Boneyard medal with 15 points apiece. 6th place goes to Ralph with 13. 5th place with 17 goes to Claire. 4th place, just missing out on a medal with 21. Those Pro-Pretties in 4th place for an honorary Ver degree with 21. It's Topper. Bronze medal with 22 points goes to Jack. Silver, despite having an advantage for a lot of this round, can't quite capitalise. 25 points. Silver medal goes to Shapes. But your winner with 26 points and taking the Danger Zone gold medal tonight is JR. And just to fill you in on the medal cabinets, Jack, that is your 5th bronze in Danger Zone. Shapes, that is your 5th silver in Danger Zone. And JR, I think you know. That's your first Danger Zone gold to go with your 2 silvers and your 1 bronze. Very, very well played indeed. Very well deserved. And congratulations to our Boneyard medalists as well. Well, we got there in the end. So I had to pick up the pace a little bit because I lost some time at the beginning. And again, SB, huge apologies that I had to stop and restart it. I think there must be a solar flare, a solar storm or something, which is affecting the airwaves. But we got through. Thank you very much. A very, very commendable first effort for a question pack at game night. Hugely grateful to you. And some lovely, lovely questions in there. Really good, lovely content. And very many thanks to Cola for proofing it as well. Now, friends, I need to pop to the loo, and then we need to play Risky Business, which I'm very excited about. Risky Business, Riff Raccoon's pack of Risky Business. It should be a lot of fun to play. Very grateful to Riff and to Lewis for proofing this pack. That's going to be coming up in about 2 minutes' time, so you've just got a minute or two just to pop to the loo, go grab yourselves another drink. I'll be doing the same. Any more snacks that you need to get, if you just need to go and stretch your legs, now's the opportunity to do it, because we'll be back in about 3 minutes' time with even more quiz this game night in the shape of Risky Business, as written by Riff Raccoon. I do hope that you'll come and join me for that. Game night will return in about 5 minutes' time. Thank you again to all of you for playing Danger Zone. Thank you to SB for that pack, to Coda for proofing. Congratulations to our medalists. You've been playing Danger Zone, and I will see you for Risky Business in just a few minutes' time. And a bit of music coming up, some bonus pennies in the chat if you want to claim those. Aegeus Blackmane, thank you very much for that follow. I see you've popped into the Discord as well. I will give you the requisite roles in just a moment, so you'll be able to access the full server. Enjoy the tunes. I'll be back in, what's this track, 255. It might just be this track, it might be this one or one more. But go to the loo, get some more drinks, get some snacks, and when we return, we will be playing Risky Business. I hope you'll come and join me. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night. Well, it's time for Risky Business. HJHK is the code, or should I say Rifsky Business? If I'd had more time, I would have changed the titles to say exactly that. But alas, I did not. Again, I'm gonna join this game. I'm not gonna play because obviously I got all the answers in front of me. I just want to look at the universal controller while it's in action because I only ever tend to see it when I'm debugging stuff. So it'd be quite nice to actually see, you know, what you're seeing most of the time because I very rarely see it. I wang on long and hard about how the how the operator looks for me, but you don't really care about that because you never get to see it. So I'm gonna keep a little eye on what you're looking at throughout this game. It will be tremendous fun. Right, I know I haven't published the schedule yet. I know. I will. I promise I will very soon. But this weekend, Cryptex by Shadowmane, Battlefront by me, and The Purge by JR. Actually, Purge by JR was a leftover pack from last year. Because I think I was ill or away unexpectedly or something, and so we had to lose some, and we couldn't make them all up. So that's actually sort of a hangover pack from last season with JR's Purge there. But a Battlefront pack which I wrote this evening, which is very bad because it was due in like 11, 12 days ago. Like I say, there's been a lot going on. And Cryptex by Shadowmane. I think it's 9 puzzles from Shadowmane. For this weekend's game of Cryptex. That's this Saturday, 8 o'clock GMT, it's 24th of January, twitch.tv/royal_flush. If you're just here for the Thursday night stream, do come join us next Thursday. I think it'll be a slightly shorter stream next Thursday. We've just got the 2 games, one of which is DEF CON, which might only be about 10 minutes. And then we've got Data Leak. So DEF CON and Data Leak coming up next Thursday, the 29th of January. Those again by Solar Espion for DEF CON, and Stimpson's Angles providing us with Data Leak. So please do pop along for that. Also, as I mentioned earlier on, you can, if you want to pop your way into Ash's Discord, and while you're at it, pop yourself into my Discord. I mean, why not? Because a little later on, we are going to be doing a bonus game on Ash's side. It's broadly going to be a spectator game, but if you want to come along and have a watch, it'd be lovely to see you over there. So do stop on by. That'll be probably in about an hour's time or so. So if it's not too late, because I appreciate it is a school night for most of us, then do pop on over. Petri the Dog, Kamikaze, Aegeus Blackmane, welcome all of y'all to the stream. I'm just going to do a Stilgar lottery, which has just been requested with your success. 698, not too bad, but could have been more.
What a shame.
What a shame. Now, is that the end of the loop? I think that is the end of the loop, and we've got quite a few players in, so I hope you're ready to play at home. This is Risky Business. It's been written by our great friend Riff Raccoon. There might be things I can say about this, but I'll let it play out for a few questions, and then I might make some comments. But I think we're in for a good fun pack. Very grateful to Lewis as well, who's proof that if you're all ready with your fingers on your unicorns, as it were, let's play Risky Business! Also very aware I haven't looked at any of the raid messages tonight. There aren't loads of them, so if you do want to suggest a raid message, you can do so right there. Have you ever fancied to go at the job of the guy who calls scores at the darts? I think I'll probably do it quite well. I don't think my maths is good enough. I would say they do it in their heads, but I think they've probably got a computer these days. I don't know. I think I'll probably be quite good at that. Anyway, let's play round 1. It's favourable odds. You need to select one of the correct answers from the 5 that are available. As the questions progress, we will take away the number of correct answers. So there's always 5 options, and we start with 4 correct answers, then 3, then 2, then 1. The fewer correct answers there are, the more points they are worth. So you get 1, so you get 2, then 3, then 5, and then potentially double. However, if you give me an incorrect answer, it reduces anything that you've amassed up to that point back down to 0. But you can abstain, you can not have a guess, and it will preserve the risk that you've amassed. To play question 4 of the set, you've got to choose to risk, but I'm only going to show you the options. You have to choose to risk based on the options alone, or you can either put the points in the bank and then they're safe, but you can't play the question, or you can take a risk and go for the question, which is worth double points if you get me a right answer, but again, you lose all the points if you're wrong. 3 sets of 4 questions, and let's have some fun. So, let's take a look at our first question, courtesy of Riff Raccoon, and options are... Douglas fir, western white pine, balsa, ebony, western red cedar, softer than teak. Oh, I can't deny a sea of green. I can't deny a sea of green. That's on me. I'll take a couple of pennies out of it. Yeah, ebony was the wrong answer there. Wood hardness can be measured by the Janker hardness test, which is a rather fun name. Teak, like ebony, is a hardwood, while the cedar, pine, and fir are all softwoods. While balsa is classified as a hardwood, it is extremely soft, and we were looking for something that was physically softer than teak, rather than a softwood. So we're looking for a softwood rather than a softwood, if that makes sense. Because yes, balsa's it's technically a hardwood, even though it's anything but. Sea of green, love to see it. Wood facts, yes, wood facts indeed. Let's go on. Next question. There are 3 correct answers up here. 3 points if you can find one. Options are Aconcagua, Vinson Massif, Mount Logan, Mount Kenya, Denali, a continent's highest peak. Right, I don't have to answer this one. It's not a sea of green. I'll keep my 2 points of risk where I can see them. I'm not going to play. Not going to play. Keep my 2 points safe. That's, remember, if you don't play, you keep your risk safe. Mount Kenya and Mount Logan are not the continent's highest points. Denali is North America's highest peak. Vinson Massif is Antarctica's, and Mount Aconcagua is, of course, South America's highest peak. Mount Kenya is Africa's 2nd highest mountain, behind Kilimanjaro, and Canada's Mount Logan is North America's 2nd highest, behind something else, presumably in Canada, or is it in the Rockies? I don't know. But yeah, Mount Logan is North America's 2nd highest. Not the highest. Most players give me a correct answer there. Oh, behind Denali, it's the thing I just read off the notes. Wake up, Ben. You actually got to pay attention to what you say. You got to open your mouth and words come out. Oh, my God in heaven. Graham Sear, Stuart Francis has still got wiping out. Some risk being preserved by some very, very clever players there. Lots of players moving up to 5. On we go. Flyboy, welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at our next options. 2 correct answers, 5 points available. Options are fluffy-backed tit babbler, cockchafer, hoary puffleg, screaming hairy armadillo, sarcastic fringehead, has a beak. So I love this game. You have a bunch of stuff without any context whatsoever. A lot of abstention there, and I can't say I blame you. Just a smattering of correct answers from Stilgar, Claire, Lupine, Necograms, and Jogging. Fluffy-backed tit babbler and hoary puffleg both have a beak. They're both birds. Conversely, the sarcastic fringehead is a fish. The cockchafer is a beetle. And I love this note from Riff. The screaming hairy armadillo is, well, an armadillo. As you would expect. I mean, that's warrants that button, I think. Yeah, so quite a few getting that one wrong. A number of abstentions as well. And unfortunately, if you did get that one wrong, I'm afraid you've wiped out to 0 and you won't be able to play the next question. Oh, shame. Oh, wrong shame button.
What a shame.
That's the shame button I was after. My bad. So yeah, fluffy back tit babbler and the hoary puffleg are both birds. Very well played. Let's put the points, no, not points into the bank, not yet. So if you've got any more than, if you've got 2 or more risk, then you can risk this question. Remember, I'm only going to show you the options. If you choose to risk, you must attempt the question. You can't risk and then think, oh, I'll abstain later, okay? If you're going to risk, you've got to go for it or it's a wipeout. So abstention is treated as wrong on this question alone. There's only one correct answer and it's worth double points if you can find it. Let's take a look at the options. Hamsa, Kirpan, Masbahar, Sensor, Shankar. Bank or risk? Nobody. Wow. Well, that's a poor riff. Oh, we got to see this question go by. I'm going to get you into a little secret at this point. Some of you will... no, of course it doesn't break the game. It just means the question runs and no one can answer it. I think I might have seen one before at some point in the past, but it doesn't happen very often. No, it's not an edge case. It's no one will get the payload to be able to answer the question. I'm going to let you into a little secret. The Riff mentioned to me just before we played. There is a bit of a theme to these questions, and now that nobody is in this question, I feel I can tell you about it. So you might have spotted on the questions. Normally when we get to this question, you don't know what the question is, but there is a little clue if you can work it out, and I'm going to clue you into it now. So the questions went... Oh, hello, Natter. Natter might be able to answer the question, so I'm not going to say it until after the question. Let's take a look. Natter, I think you might be able to play this, but you've got no risk. Let's find out. Here's the question. Carried by a Sikh. So my points have been banked. I can't play it. Natter, can you answer this question? Go on, Natter. I don't know if you get the payload or not. Maybe you don't. No. Oh, that's a shame. Kirpan is the answer, carried by a Sikh. So it's a small dagger carried by initiated Sikhs, while the other items are objects from other religions. Pyro, welcome on in. The Shankar is a conch shell in Hinduism. The Hamsa is a palm-shaped object found in Judaism and Islam. Masbahar is a string of beads used in Islam, and a censer is used in Christianity to burn incense. So, you may have spotted the theme. The questions went, softer than teak, a continent's highest peak, has a beak, carried by a Sikh. So, if you... No, a string of beads. So, if you're paying attention to the questions, even though you don't see the full question going into question 4, you may have an inkling of where it's going. So I thought I'll play that one out. Since no one went for the risk there, I thought I'll tell you. So, keep an eye on the rhymes for the first 3 questions. It may give you a clue to the 4th and change whether or not you're going to bank or risk. As it happened, nobody risking there, so all the points are in the bank. Claire and Watch the Tapes have the lead of 10. Ralph's got 7, and quite a number of players on 5. Let's go on to our next set of questions. 5 options, 4 of them are correct. 2 points if you can find one. Take a look. Tuvalu, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, Australia, New Zealand. In FIFA's Oceania. I'll join the club. There's a lot of people hearing the boing and then rethinking their strategy. It can be a telling strategy in this game. If you hear a lot of boing and there's an answer and they think, well, it's obviously that one, then you think, maybe I won't go for the obvious answer. So you have a little bit of strategy by waiting for other players to go first. And a lot of players get the wrong answer, which was Australia. It's not in the Oceanic Football Confederation, playing, believe it or not, instead in the Asian Football Confederation. Tuvalu, New Caledonia, Vanuatu and New Zealand all play in FIFA's Oceania, but Australia does not. Rethink things if you hear a lot of boing. Absolutely, that's a very good strategy. And Nata, welcome to the stream as well. On we go. 5 options, 3 of them are correct. 3 points if you can find one. Let's take a look at the options. They are Jeff Fatt, Anthony Field, Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, Kurt Cobain, member of Nirvana. Oh, I can't deny a sea of green, can I? Knew the question from the answers. Yeah, now you've got that little hint. Yeah, it's Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Kurt Cobain. Anthony Field and Jeff Fatt were founding members of the Wiggles. If you didn't know, which I have to say I didn't. I did know the other three were all in Nirvana though, so no drama with Nirvana. Oh, I love it. I'm steering into the rhyming thing. I'm just sort of rolling with it. On we go. Another 5 options. 2 of these will be correct. 5 points if you can find one. Let's take a look. Vitamin B12, omega-3, vitamin B6, folic acid, potassium. Plentiful in bananas. I'm going to play this one because I knew this before the answers came up. Well, before the... I knew it. I'm gonna play honestly. If I know the answer, I'm gonna play without looking at my screen. Almost a sea of green anyway, so... Yeah, bananas are plentiful in potassium and vitamin B6. And a note here from Riff, philosophical note, I think. I'm never sure how I feel about bananas. Yeah, I quite like a banana bread, but I could take or leave the fruit. Could take it or leave it. Apples are weird things. Does anyone else feel like they never quite know where to look when you're eating an apple? Do you look down? Do you look out? I'm never quite sure. Apples, very odd like that. Mostly a sea of green there, which is lovely to see. Let's reorder the board. Now, let's have a little think about what we have seen so far. In FIFA's Oceania, member of Nirvana, plentiful in bananas, and one more question, which if you want to risk, here are your options. Remember, there's only one correct answer, and if you do risk, you must play. Take a look. North Carolina, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, Montana. Bank or risk? Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players having a risk of this question. Clive, JR, Conrad, like Petri the Dog, Fetz, Arun, and Jogging. Everyone else's points is going into the bank. Well, let's see what this question brings. Only one correct answer here. Double points if you can find it. And What's the Tapes and Conrad both risking the maximum 10. Let's see what it brings. In FIFA's Oceania, member of Nirvana, plentiful in bananas, presidentially won twice by Obama. Just Clive survives it. Doubling up from 8 to 16. Very nice, Clive. Unfortunately, everyone else, you're wiping out that risk. Oh, you could have had such joy. Oh.
What a shame.
What a shame. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. Yeah, Obama won India and North Carolina in 2008, but lost them in 2012. He lost Missouri and Montana in both elections, but won Florida in both as well. Lovely. Let's reset. Put Clive's 16 points into the bank, which takes him into 3rd place. Claire's at the top with 18. Ralph in 2nd with 17. Me, Ben, CJ, and a number of other players not far behind with 15. And I know you've been here a while, Clive, but welcome to the stream. I know you love it when I do that. Let's go on to our next question. Let's do it all over again. 5 options, 4 correct answers, 2 points if you can find one. And your options are... Chartreuse, Crimson, Burgundy, Chestnut, Claret. Similar to Maroon. Oh, I can't deny a sea of green. Let's go with that one. Chartreuse is the wrong answer there. Yeah, maroon is a brownish red colour, taking its name from the French word marron, meaning chestnut, whereas chartreuse is a greeny yellow and also a herbal liqueur, if you're into that sort of thing. See you, Green. Nice to see. Very well done. Everyone getting 2 points. Let's see if you can keep them as we go to the next question. 5 options, 3 correct. 3 points if you can find one. Take a look. Celeste, saxophone, sackbut, clarinet, oboe. In the same family as the bassoon. I feel I'm going to play this one because I definitely would know that. Oh, Pyro just denying us a sea of green. Yes, the bassoon is a member of those. Notice, I assume Flush doesn't need notes on this. I mostly just wanted to get him to say sackbut. Yeah, the clarinet, the oboe, and the saxophone are all in the woodwind family, as is the bassoon. The celeste is a sort of... oh, is that... No, it's the piano... Is it the piano glockenspiel thing? I actually don't know. I actually... A sackbut, is it a brass thing? I might have to Google that one. Yeah, it's a brass thing. Early ancestor of the modern trombone. And a celeste, was I right about the celeste? No, not the singer-songwriter. Yes, it's a keyboard instrument with... sounds a bit like a glockenspiel thing, a tiny, tiny keyboard. So I did know both of those. I just wanted to check before I announced it on the internet to 52 people. Someone with 2 degrees in music, that's not the sort of thing you should be getting wrong. Almost to see a green there, very nicely done. Let's move on. Next question, 5 options, 2 correct answers. 5 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. And your options are Liam Neeson, Jack Black, Bruce Willis, George Clooney, Rosalie Chiang. Voiced a movie raccoon. I mean, you knew it had to come up somewhere. I actually wouldn't necessarily know this one. And a few other players obviously have the same train of thought. Just 5 getting a correct answer there. 6 getting a correct answer. Pyro's over there on the right as well. 5 wiping out, unfortunately. Liam Neeson and Bruce Willis were the answers. So Bruce Willis voices RJ in Over the Hedge. And Liam Neeson voices the imaginatively named raccoon in, I kid you not, The Nut Job. As opposed to Trash Pandas, Rosalie Chiang played the red panda transforming Mai in Turning Red. Jack Black plays Po in Kung Fu Panda. And the closest George Clooney got to playing a movie raccoon was in Fantastic Mr. Fox. That I did know. Very well done. So, lovely raccoon trivia there, as is standard fare with a Riff Raccoon pack. So, similar to Maroon, in the same family as the bassoon, and voiced a movie raccoon with the previous 3 questions. Let's take a look at the options for question number 5. Remember, you don't have to play, and if you choose to risk, then you're bound by the question. 1 point, 1 correct answer, double points if you find it. Options are Southern Belgium, Northern France, Southern France, Northern Belgium, Southern Netherlands. Bank or risk? Absolutely not, to say some players. There's quite a few having a go here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players having a little risk here. Well, those are your 5 options. Loine is risking it all, risking 10 points, hopefully doubling up to 20. Let's see if they can. Everyone else risking 5. Similar to Maroon, in the same family as the bassoon, voiced a movie raccoon where you would natively find Walloons. And Loyonir doubles up. Very well played. Quite a few people doubling up, but Loyonir doubling the max up to 20 points. Southern Belgium is the answer. Yeah, Walloons are native to Wallonia. Wallonia? One of the 3 regions of Belgium occupying most of the southern half of the country. Very well done if you got that right. I didn't have a Scooby-Doo on that. Walloons, indeed. So yeah, lots of doubling happening there. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. My. This is interesting. We've got a lot of players in third. Stimson, Proogs, Matt, Loyonir, Effrontery, Woollyback and Ben, all with 20. We've got quite a few players in second with 25. Shapes, Grams, Flyboy, CJ and AB Me. But 1 point clear at the top with 26 is Clive, currently leading the pack. The rhyming is over now, don't worry, says Riff. Well, let's see what happens as we go into round number 2. Wario. Oh, that's what he has, the Wario reference. I get you. It's the board game. You need to select as many of the 9 presented options as you like within 60 seconds. At least 4 And up to 7 of the answers will be correct. I won't tell you exactly how many because that's just not as much fun. For each correct answer identified, you'll get 5 risk points. However, if you identify even 1 incorrect answer, you get nothing for the board. There's 3 boards in the round. I'll back your points after each board. Yeah, 2 things. First of all, once you've hit submit, you cannot go back. Your answers are locked in. You've got a full minute and it will be displayed on your universal controllers. So take your time to use up that time to make sure you've got exactly as many as you want. But also, by the same token, you must hit submit before the timer expires. If you don't hit submit, it won't automatically just take your answer. You have to manually hit the submit button before the time runs out. Okay, those are the rules. Those are the instructions. And 9 options. Let's take a look at them. Big Mac, mixed berry muffin, pancakes and syrup, sausage and egg McMuffin, filet of fish, 20 chicken McNuggets, large chocolate milkshake, regular Oreo McFlurry, McPlant. Identify the McDonald's UK items which contain more calories than a large fries. A large, Lewis. Oh, that went straight over my head, is where that went. Right, let's have a look at some of these raid messages while you're answering. Good lord, there's a lot of them now. Okay, here come the ticks. Get your answers in now. And there's a lot of red up there, more than I thought there'd be. Yeah, so more calories than a large fries. Big Mac, pancakes and syrup, 20 chicken McNuggets, and large chocolate milkshake. So a large fries contains 444 calories. The close calls there, so bad luck if you fell into any of these little heffalump traps. The sausage and egg McMuffin is 424, so 20 calories fewer. The McPlant, 426, and pancakes and syrup, 464. So that's just slightly over 20 calories more. Large chocolate milkshake, 468, so 24 calories over. The Big Mac is obviously the most calorific there with 1,057, while the regular Oreo McFlurry is a mere 260. So well done if you did manage to get any of those. Silent Marine and DMC picking up 20 points, so going for all 4 of the correct answers. That's often the way, actually. There's more red when there are fewer answers, and there were only 4 correct answers up there. So bad luck if you didn't get any points. Let's try another question as we clear that board down and see what you make of these 9 options. Norway, Lebanon, Uruguay, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Canada. Identify the countries which had a higher, i.e. more expensive, Big Mac index in 2025 than the USA. Where is a Big Mac more expensive than in the States? It's conjured from the elemental plane of sugar. Okay, here come the ticks. No, just me denying. Well, I wasn't denying us to see a green. Only 3 players banking points. Again, only 4 correct answers up there. Ben, Stuart, Francis, and Stimson's Angle just finding 2 of them. Norway, Uruguay, Argentina, and Switzerland were the answers you could have gone for. I think, yeah, Norway and Switzerland, generally the cost of living is a little bit more expensive. So the US Big Mac index for 2025 was $5.79. Switzerland tops the index with $7.99, while of this group, Mexico was the lowest at $4.60. Close calls there with the UK, $5.73, so 6 cents cheaper, and Canada, $5.43, 26 cents cheaper. And a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref, before we carry on.
Celebrating 69 months of messages from our favorite referee sponsor. Roll on many more months in this royally awesome quizzing community. Flush full of knowledgeable people.
Absolutely, Matt. Thank you very much. And 69 months. Nice! A 69-month subscription. Thank you very much for the support. I thought for a minute, I sort of read that I said flush and knowledgeable in the same sense. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. If I haven't got the answers in front of me, I don't know anything. But yes, it's flush full of knowledgeable people that aren't me, not me. But thank you for the support, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, UK, Canada, all incorrect answers. Bad luck if you didn't get any points. There's quite a, 3 players going for 5, and there weren't 5 options there. Like I say, it's anything from 4 to 7 correct answers. You never quite know how many, though. On we go. Let's put those points into the bank and move on to our final board. Let's take a look at our options. Muffin au bleuet, putain, McFlurry caramel salé déglaçant, hamburger avec fromage, Big Mac, chausson aux pommes suie au fort, café infusé de torréfaction chou, saucisse McMuffin avec œuf de canard, bagel pain gueux avec beurre. Identify the items which are currently available at McDonald's in Canada. Gluten is not on the menu. Right, anything from 4 to 7 are correct. Let's have your answers. Raid messages, Ben. Go look at the raid messages. Score, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. The viewer count just dropped. On the site of the French language. Here come the ticks. We got a little bit more green going on there. Okay, very well done. Pyro, very well done finding all 5. 25 points. That is going to be a great big help to you. We'll pop that into your bank in a second. So yeah, muffin au bleuet, McFlurry caramel salé déglaçant, café infusé de torréfaction chou, and soisson McMuffin avec œuf de canard are all incorrect. Those incorrect options are modifications to real items using varying levels of questionable French. Café infusé de torréfaction chou would be coffee involving cabbage. Muffin au bleuet may sound like bleuet, as in blueberries, rather than an Australian dog. Saucisse McMuffin avec œuf de canard would be a duck egg McMuffin, which sounds very fancy, and I would definitely eat. And while there is a salted caramel McFlurry, McFlurry caramel salé déglaçant would more likely refer to the salt you de-ice your sidewalk with. So there we go. That's the translations of my pidgin French of Riff's in his own words, questionable French. Although I'm sure his French is immaculate. They're just not McDonald's items. Very well done if you did get some points out of there. Matt, Ref69, has joined the game and reordered the board for us. Let's reorder it and put the points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. So, AB, Me, Grams, and Stimpson's Angle are leading the way now with a 3-way tie with 45 apiece. Ralph is in second with 42, and Flyboy is now in third with 40. GG. But there's one more round to go. It's not completely GG yet because we've got the final round, which is, as always, it's this or that. And this is the round where it can make all the difference because you've got to select the correct answer from just 2 options within 7 seconds. Doesn't sound too difficult. 50-50 coin flip, but only 7 seconds to make up your mind. Answering correctly will get you increasingly more points. So 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, all the way up to 15 if you can get 15 consecutive correct answers, which means there's a maximum of 120 points up for grabs. However, if you give me a wrong answer at any time, it reduces your risk to 0 and resets your streak. If you abstain from a question, as you've been able to do all the way through this game, you bank any risk that you've got, but again, you start rebuilding from scratch. So if you ever watch the show The Weakest Link, it's a bit like that, but only with yourself. 15 questions in the round, so 120 points up for grabs. And yeah, the more you get right, the greater the reward, but also the greater the risk. So, best of luck to you all. 120 points up for grabs. Can anyone go all the way? Let's find out as we go to question number 1. This or that? Options are improvise, officiate, riff, that is to improvise. To officiate would be to ref, and I'm very glad Matt has turned up. Yes, it's a timely moment for Matt to arrive on the stream for riff and ref on the first question. Yes, officiate would be ref, improvise is to riff. Well done if you got that. On we go. Question number 2, this or that? Options are skink, skunk, furry, that'd be a skunk. Skinks are lizards and distinctly devoid of fur, whereas skunks, smelly as they are, or certainly when they secrete their smelly stuff, they do have fur. Well done if you got that. No points to go in the bank, so let's play on. Question number 3, this or that? Options are rotational symmetry of order 2, rotational symmetry of order 1. Ooh-woo, or oh-whoa. Order 1 of rotational symmetry. You remember back to GCSE math, the order of rotational symmetry is how many ways you can rotate an object with it remaining unchanged. Order 1 means it has no such rotations other than its original form. The letter H, for example, has rotational symmetry of order 2, because, capital H, that is, you can rotate it 180 degrees and it will seem unchanged. Uwu 2, Uwu would also be order of rotational symmetry of order 1. B, Silent Marine, Conradalax, CJ, Petri the dog, Aegeus, Blackmane, Woollyback and Matt all banking 3, still got banking 1 there. Few players losing their risks, unfortunately. Let's move on to question number 4, this or that? Options are 91, 89, prime, 89 is the prime, I'm afraid. 91 is 7 times 13. 89 is only divisible by itself and 1. Though 91 feels like if you could have an honorary prime number that isn't a prime number, I feel like 91 might be my choice. No, or possibly 57. 57 feels like it should be a prime number, but obviously isn't, because it's divisible by 3. But defo 91. 91 is an honorary prime. It does feel like it should be a prime number, doesn't it? Matt banking 6 there. Let's put the points in. Let's put his points into the bank. We've still got quite a few people on the maximum of 10. Let's go on to question number 5. This or that? Options are Procyanine, Mustaline, Raccoon, in 1. Procyanine, mustelids are things like otters. Otters are also cool, but not as cool as raccoons. These are facts. I really like otters. I have to say, I really like otters. I think raccoons are very cute as well, but otters, they've got like little fingers and hands. Otters feel like you could go down the pub with one. Share a beer with an otter. Actually, maybe I could do that with a raccoon as well. Anyway, Naked Grandma banking 6 there. Clive losing 10. That's a big drop there, Clive. It's so big it debugged for me. I think it debugged 10 losses of 10 or higher. Still got a number of people with the maximum risk of 15. Ralph leading them with the bank score of 42. Let's put the points into the bank and move on to question number 6. This or that? Options are Pierre Polievre, Mark Carney, Liberal. I only read the first option, the second one was not French inflected. Mark Carney is a Liberal. Canada's Prime Minister Carney is a member of the Liberal Party. Polievre is the leader of the opposition Conservatives. Flyboy banking 15, Matt banking 3. Oh, Lupine and Cola both losing 15 there. Bad luck. That is a shame. Sorry, something just moved down there. It turns out it was my bag falling over. Let's put the points into the bank. Flyboy still with the bank lead for now, 55. Let's see if he can hang on to it as we go to question number 7. This or that. Options are spicier than jalapeno, less spicy than jalapeno, habanero. Habanero is spicier than a jalapeno, and Riff saying they're both too spicy for me. Likewise, I don't have a particularly adventurous palate when it comes to spicy food, not really my bag. B banking 6, CJ banking 6, DMC losing 21 there. Oh,
what a shame.
It's time for me to start pressing buttons when we get to that sort. So you're getting that one for now.
What a shame.
I've got other buttons that I can press if anyone else loses more. But we've still got JR, Fett, Stuart, Francis, Shapes, and Ben on a maximum with 28 points of risk. Let's pop any bank into the bank. And go to question number 8. This or that. Options are people from South Sudan, people from Eswatini, Swazis. Too many W's in that question. I was concentrating so much on not saying Swazis, because you don't very often see AZIS together in a sentence outside of that context. So people from South Sudan or people from Eswatini. People from Eswatini are Swazis, because Eswatini was, of course, formerly known as Swaziland. So yes, not people from South Sudan. I believe they're South Sudanese. Conrad just banking the 1. Petri the dog losing 10. That sound effect. We don't hear that one very often. Let's pop the points into the bank. And move on to question number 9. This or that. Options are affects the ears, affects the eyes, amblyopia. I often think anything with opia, like ophthalmology, has got the sort of the derivation in the word optics, I guess. But it affects the eyes. It's from the Greek for dull or dim eye. Amblyopia is more commonly known as lazy eye and describes a condition often found in children where one eye is weaker than another. Pro tip, try to call it amblyopia and not lazy eye, because the term lazy eye has kind of negative connotations. I think that's a good thing we should all try and do. I will practice saying amblyopia and educate people around me. Oh dear me, JR and BC losing 36. Actually, this will just... We'll have a Blockbusters cameo, I think, for that. But we still got 3 people, Fett, Stuart Francis, and Shapes, with the maximum risk of 45. And Shapes and Stuart Francis, curiously, both have the same in the bank as well. Both 35, both now with, in fact, all 3 of them with more at risk than what is in the bank, with 6 questions to go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 6 questions to go. Let's put Matt's 10 points into the bank. Let's check out the bank scores as we come up to question 10. Flyboy has the bank lead of 55, but we've got some big scores behind. Let's just take a look at the potential order. If we were to bank on this question, we would see obviously Shapes and Stuart Francis would go to the top, but Flyboy's still in a comfortable position. Let's go on to question number 10. See if you can keep that streak going, you two. Question number, you 3 even. 3 players with a perfect streak so far. Question number 10, this or that. Options are Renaissance composer, romantic composer, Tchaikovsky. He's romantic, isn't he? So another one where Riffs has said, I don't think Flush needs notes for this. So I know. Late romantic Russian composer Tchaikovsky, end of the 19th century. Renaissance composer would be someone like Palestrina or Thomas Tallis. We're talking more 16th century, so significantly further back. Normally a lot of unaccompanied singing involved. Whereas Tchaikovsky uses things like canon in his orchestrations, like for the 1812 overture. Actual canon. Fun! Lupine banking 6, Silent Marine banking 3, Aegeus Blackmane banking 15. Let's pop them into the bank. And go to question number 11. Viator James, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Question number 11, this or that. Options are Solona Imani Ro, Mathangi Arul Pragasm, Scissor, I think. Jar. I think that's pronounced scissor. Mathangi Arul Pragasm is known as Mia. Benjamin. Oh, it says in the notes Benjamin is pronounced. Don't call me Benjamin. No one ever calls me Benjamin. It's not my legal. Well, technically it is my legal name, but no one ever calls me it. Please don't. But yes, even through the host notes. But yeah, I got it before I looked at the notes. Scissor. I've been told that before in the quiz, and I've never forgot it. But yeah, their real name is Solano Imani Ro. And let's take a look. AB Me Banking 15, Flyboy Banking 10. Oh, it's a run, is Stuart Francis. Of course it is. Banking at 55 points. That's a big score. Woolly Back Banking 6. I think you get that one around. Can we call you Biz? No, you cannot call me Bizzer. Many lols. Right, let's put the points in the bank. 4 questions to go as a run takes the top spot with 90. However, just to take a little look at that potential, Shapes has still got that going on. 66, and he's got 35 behind. And he's obviously amassing points at a much faster rate because he's got the streak going on. And let's not disregard Fetz. Even though he doesn't have much in the bank, this stage of the game, it doesn't matter that much if you can get to this point. So let's see if Fetz and Shapes can keep that going as we go to question number 12. This or that options are Neonium, Nobelium. No. Okay. That was a moment, computer. Everything just came in at once then. Again, another solar flare. That's what we're going to call them. Yep, Nihonium, atomic number 113, and symbol NH, not no. Well coordinated. Is one of these cool new elements which used to have the temporary name Ununtrium. And I wish it still was, because Ununtrium is really fun to say, and much easier than Nihonium. Right. Nobelium was the right answer. There was a little blip there, but everyone who pressed the button, it will have come in at some point. Claire banking 10, Clive losing 10, Jogging losing 45, Shapes losing 66. Oh no, which one do we press? We've done that one. That one probably. It's a feeling you're feeling right now, Shapes. Oh, goodness gracious me. Well, let's put any points into the bank that need to go there. I did win the poll. We have got... Yeah. Let's look at this potential now. So Arun's got the lead with 90, but with just 2 questions to... Look at Fetz! Look at that differential from second. Is it second last to say? It's literally second last to second if you bank on this next question. But there's still 2 to go. And Fetz, you could pull off a great big upset here. Let's see, or if you're just gonna play it safe and try and take the silver medal. I think if you do bank now, that silver medal is going to be fairly locked in. But let's find out as we go to question number. Sorry, 3 questions to go. Question 13. This or that. Options are Kellogg's Unfrosted Blueberry Pop-Tarts, Bassett's Licorice All Sorts, Vegetarian. Fetz keeps going. Fetz keeps going. Kellogg's Unfrosted Blueberry Pop-Tarts is the answer. Licorice All Sorts contain gelatin. And while most Pop-Tarts do, the unfrosted ones do not. So you can safely eat them if you're a vegetarian. So yes, I have gelatin, so not vegan. Pyro losing 10 there. Stilgar and Stimson banking 6. Fetz continues the streak. He's now up to 96 potential, 91 at risk. Let's put the points in the bank. So Fetz, 91 at risk. If you were to bank now, do you want to see it, Fetz? Do you want to see it? That is where you'd go to if you were to bank right now, 96. So you've got a decision to make. Do you want to just play for the safe gold at this point, or do you want to try and go and do the full 15? Let's take a look. You can make that decision in your own time. Here's question number 14. This or that. Options are anagram of procreation, anagram of cooperation, incorporate. Fetz goes for it, and he gets it right. He's up to 105 of risk. You are potentially about to enter a very, very exclusive little club, and this could be the greatest comeback since Lazarus, as Fetz, with only 5 points in the bank, currently has 105 points of risk with 1 question to go. B's banking 21, Aegis Blackmane's banking 1, JR has just lost 10. Cooperation has 3 O's, whereas Incorporate and Procreation only have 2. How are those wax wigs feeling, Fetz? Flying too close to the sun. Remember, you do not have to... No one would think any less of you for calling it quits after 14 correct answers, but there is 1 to go. If you get this right or abstain, Fetz, you get a massive gold medal. If you get it wrong, you do not. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Well, here we go. Last question of the game. Good luck to you all. Question 15. This or that. Options are west of Manchester, east of Manchester, Edinburgh, he doesn't go for it. I do not blame you. I do not blame you 1 iota, because that is a stinker of a question to end on. That's really tough, even if you are Brit-centric. Which I'm not sure you are, Fetz. I think you're the other side of the pond, aren't you? West of Manchester. Yeah, Britain is weirdly slanty. You think Manchester's actually sort of up there and it's slightly over to the west, but no, Edinburgh goes, it's even further to the west of Manchester. It's quite a bit more northern as well. Middle US. So yeah, that's tough even if you're domestically this side of the channel. Let's just oh no, and here's a gift sub from Matt the ref. Go get to Arden, Fetz. There you go. So an extra trophy for you as well, Fetz. Enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. 6 points being banned by Silent Marie. Matt losing 10. BC losing 15. Arden Fetz banking 105 points. No one blames you for calling it quits after 40 questions. A great run indeed. A well-deserved gold medal. And that is the end of the game. And it's still ticking. A run just pipped at the post there. 20 points cleared by Fetz. A run finishing second with 90. Flyboy takes the bronze medal with 66, but it's the gold for Fetz with 110. What a great performance in that fast round. It just shows you, I love that last round of Risky Business, because even with Fetz a second from last, you can come back and win it if you play a blinder, which he absolutely did. So many, many congratulations. And all of those points will be converted into pennies and paid out when the credits roll in just a minute. That's all the quiz that we've got time for on this channel. But in just a minute, we'll be doing the Thunderball draw. Did I say the lottery draw in the announcement earlier on? I can't even remember now. Did I say Thunderball? No, I did say Thunderball draw. We got the Thunderball draw because it's Thursday night, so stick around for that. I then will do a token raid to somebody else, because that's always what we do, and I'll pick the raid message. But I would invite everybody to pop on over to Ash's Discord server, because I'm hosting a bonus game over there as soon as the stream is finished. Give me maybe 5-10 minutes to turn around and get things set up and get players in and so forth. But if you want to come and spectate for that, it'd be lovely to see you. Though I will ask, if you're coming over and you're not one of the players, I would politely request you keep your microphone muted for reasons that will become clear as and when we get over there. So hopefully you can join me for that. But if not, no worries. Do stick around for the Thunderball all the same. Many, many thanks to Riff Raccoon for a marvellous pack of Riffsky Business. We could do that again. More Riffsky Business in the future, I think. Love that to bits. And Lewis, thank you very much for proofing it as well. Very grateful to you. Thank you all very much for playing. I hope you had fun with Risky Business. I certainly had a great time hosting, and I'm glad that the hardware / software seemed to hold itself together this time, just about. Let's see if it continues to do that as we go to our Thunderball draw. Congratulations to Fetz, a very well-earned gold medal. I'll see you for the Thunderball draw in just a minute. Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop shawam whoop shawari 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 whoop shoobity whoopity 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 whoop shawam whoop shawari whoop shawam whoop shawari whoop
whoop she wong, whoop she waddy whoop, 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 whoop she wong, whoop she wong, shoobity whoop me oobity whoop me oop-a-doo now.
It's Thursday night, and we are live from the Game Night Control Center for the weekday Thunderball draw. HFCS is what you need with the Universal Controllers. Quick reminder that I'm back on Saturday night with Cryptex, Battlefront and The Purge by Shadowbane, myself and JR respectively. And if you're just here for the weekday stream, next Thursday we've got DEFCON by SB and Data Leak by Stimpson's Angle. Please do come along and join us. And if you're not doing so already, give us a follow, pop yourself into the Discord, come and say hi. In the meanwhile, go and follow our like-minded friends. Ash the Bash, I think he's getting back to things soon. After having had a bit of a blip in IRL, but things are getting sorted now, so go give him a follow. And also JB Henry, XIV, who I think is here with Will After Dark on Saturday. Whereas very possibly going to be a raid target if we're running a bit later. So do go and give both those guys a follow. Friends of the community and just general all-round good guys. 36 players in so far. I may come and take the chair if we get to 39 and no one else wants it. Just because it'd be fun. I think the lottery is quite fun, actually. 37. 2 more and then I'll take one. 38. Well, I might not. We might just have a full lobby. I'll put the room code in just in case. I'll join at the last minute. 2 more seats. 2 more seats. Who's going to take them before the Thunderball draw? On my way to CR 39 says 8 Mickey. Does anyone want to claim number 40 before I do? I will not deny a full lobby if we get to 39. And it sounds like we might. I've still got a lot of raid messages. Don't know what I can do. Oh, M3 times takes 39. And 8% he's on his way to 39. M3 times has beaten him to it, so I'm not going to deprive Ape of the last chair. Someone else might, though. Come on, Ape. That one on the left, next to Cola in front of Oni. That's the one that's reserved. Oh, no, it's on the right-hand side, the one that was reserved for Philip Schofield and Ash's build of winning lines. I imagine he may not be there anymore, possibly. You were nearly there, Ape? You nearly with us? Loading, loading. Has anyone beat you to it? Someone else could take it. Hey, there we go. We've got a full lobby. Full Thunderball lobby. I love to see it. Oh, that's very gratifying indeed. Well, friendos, I think there's nothing else to do. No one else can join now. So let's hide that room code. And let's start the machine. And for this full lobby tonight, we are using Excalibur and Set of Balls number 6. Opportunity to win some fantastic penny prizes tonight. With just the Thunderball on its own being worth enough to get you 100. If you can get 5 numbers in the Thunderball, that's 50,000 pennies that are going your way. We'd have to use the machine for bingo at some point. It's definitely possible. It'd be a quick bingo game, wouldn't it? I could just draw, all of them until keep drawing until someone gets the jackpot. Now that could be fun. There's probably a mode I could implement. Right, without any further ado, hope all 40 of you are ready. Let's release those big money balls. Ugh, voice crack. And there go the blue balls of the first Thunderball machine. In they go. We'll give them a jolt once they're all in there. Oh, we didn't see much of the jolt today. Oh, they're lively. Set of balls number 6. Very lively indeed. Right, let's see if we can give some of y'all a windfall. Very best of luck. Let's start the draw. Okay, settle down now. Settle down. Thank you. First ball out tonight. Number 34. 5th appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared last Thursday, in fact, the 15th of January. Can you talk to the balls like this? I require no input from you. Order! She became one with John Burko then. Next out, number 6. 3rd appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 20th of November. On we go. I've got more viewers now than I've had the whole rest of the stream. Everyone's just turning in for the Thunderball, it seems. Next now, number 15. 2nd appearance of that in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Saturday, the 8th of November. And the 4th ball, past the halfway mark now for our first machine. Here's that one there, number 13. 5th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 18th of December. And just one more to finish off this first machine. Yeah, very good. Set of balls number 6 do seem to be a bit more lively. There's honestly no difference in the physics between the sets of balls. But they seem quite agitated tonight. Now they do. It's always number 6, the last ball of the machine. Never wants to draw first time. There we go. We got that one. Number 19. 1st appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. So those are our 5 Thunderball numbers as the first machine settles down. Atmospheric pressure moon taken into account. Yes. Gravity certainly is. I think I've upped gravity from the standard Unity one. Anyway, let's start machine number 2. This is the one with the red Thunderballs in it. And M3 Times, welcome to the stream as well. I'll show you the payouts again because I've still not fixed that. Though again, I don't necessarily hate it being there because I can make it go away very quickly. Right, let's release the Thunderballs. And in they go. Now, I think last time we did this, did the Thunderball, like, draw and then abandon itself before the shoot, or was that the bonus ball? I think it was the Thunderball. So hopefully, this time we can have a clean draw from Excalibur. Let's see if the engineers have been in the machines. Best of luck. Let's draw the Thunderball. Oh, yes, fell off. Well, it didn't fall into the void. The floor has got a collider on it, so it would have just rolled around. Probably gone under the stage somewhere. Right, let's settle them down, and let's pick Thunderball. We've got one. It's spinning, and it's number 3, Lewis. It was number 3. 2nd appearance for that. Last appeared Thursday, the 18th of December. That sounds like you could be in for a big old windfall of cash, but let's have a quick reminder of tonight's numbers, this time in ascending numerical order. Tonight, you've got number 6, number 13, number 15, number 19, number 34, and the Thunderball, it's number 3. And there are a lot of things that have appeared in my logs. Let's check out tonight's biggest winners. With single tickets, Effrontery, Prugs, Ben, and Jerry all getting 2 numbers with the Thunderball. Ben getting 2 lines with 2 numbers on the Thunderball. Very well done, 1,500 pennies apiece. Stimson getting 3 without for 1,000 pennies, and a smattering of people getting 500 pennies there from 1 with the Thunderball. Overall winners, Ben takes 3,250 across 3 lines, Effrontery 2,000 across 3, Prug 1,750 across 2, Jerry 1,750 across 2, Lewis 1,500 across 3, Stimpson 1,500 across 3, Silent Marine and Oni 1,000 across 2, Shapes 1,000 across 3, Asius 1,000 across 3, Matt 1,000 across 3, and so on. Well, those have all been paid to your penny banks, and what larks we had. Lovely to see a full lobby. Very much appreciated that. Right, like I said, pop on over to Ash's server into one of the channels over there where we will have our bonus game in just a moment if you want to come and join. If you can't join for that, no worries at all. It's been lovely to see you. Thank you all so very much for joining me this game. Right, apologies for the gremlins. I'm going to blame the solar flares for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the credits. I'll come to the big cam and we'll wrap up and raid. I'll see you there. My vape pen needs a new coil. I only changed it a couple of days ago. Well, that was game night this Thursday, and it's been a huge amount of fun. Can I once again extend my thanks to this evening's writers, Solar Espion and Riff Raccoon, for two lovely, lovely packs of DangerZone and Risky Business. Big shout out to the proofing team of Cola and Lewis as well for their help getting everything ready this week. I'm going to be back on Saturday night, Cryptex Battlefront and The Purge. That's 8 PM right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush. And then next Thursday with DEFCON and Data Leak. I do hope that you'll come and join me for that. Like I say, right now we're heading over to Ash's server. We're going to raid someone, but then we're going to do a raid and run. But we're going to go raid into Flagin Lounge, who's doing some GTA Vice City. But first of all, I need to pick my raid messages. I've got quite a few, so I'm just going to go through them, and I'm going to pick my favourites. And give them some bonus, 100 pennies if you're honorary mention, and 250 if you are the raid message. So, from JR, say golly one more goddamn time. It's a very Pulp Fiction there. Something's died inside by Ardenfetz. I'm going to return to that one. No, you're Asia from Oni. JR coming from behind for the B channel. Ooh, I'm going to come back for that one as well. Royal Flush gives us a sea of green. How kind of him, courtesy of JR. Technically a hardwood, even though it's anything but. I like that one from Ifron3, thank you very much. Where can you see Mount Kenya? Only in Kenya, courtesy of Lewis. Mr. Hoary Puffleg has a beak. I'm going to come back to that one. Australia has a nationality crisis. That's from Nato and Mr. Hoary Puffleg coming from Soda Espion. Rethink things if you hear a lot of boing from Jerry. Where do you look when you eat an apple? Thanks to Stimson. Hamburger avec fromage with a side of putain from SJ. Bonjour, je voudrais une poutine from Lewis. Owo is not an ambigram from Matt the Sprat. And oh, actually, that's in my shortlist. Right, I've got it down to a shortlist of 4. That one's not cut it. Stimson's angle, how tall are penguins? These are all really good. No, VC 91 is an honorary prime. I do like that a lot. Would be a good episode title, but sorry, Oni. Stop tapping the cockchafer. Has to go for spares. It's going to be ABB tonight with Wang on long and hard. Oh, I do remember saying that one. It was that the Wang on long and hard, the cockchafer one, and the 91 being an honorary prime. I liked all of those a lot. But thank you very much for supplying those raid messages, and if you're well done to ABB on taking the winning one, 250 pennies to you. Wang on long and hard. It's going to be our raid message, and we're going to go and raid Flagin Lounge. And then probably run away because I'm going to go and do our bonus game over in Ash's server. Hope to see you there, but if not, I will catch you on Saturday night for even more fun at game night. And until then, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. You have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And until next time, take care, peace out, and good night.
Demolition Man.